The planet Jupiter is about to sit in the exact heart of the Sun, a placement called Cazimi, and it's happening in Leo, which means we won't see this again for 12 years. If you've only ever set out moon water, this is your sign that the Sun and the planets deserve a jar too. If you're new to this, setting out water isn't just a full moon thing or a new moon thing. Any celestial body can charge water with its energy. You're just choosing what to download and when. New moon jar is for beginnings. Full moon jar is for release and culmination. And a Jupiter jar, especially one lit up by direct contact with the Sun, is for expansion, luck, growth, confidence. Think of it as being handed more room and an energy boost to become what you're trying to become. Tomorrow morning, right around 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jupiter meets the Sun exactly, and 2 hours later, we get a full moon stacked right on top of it. This window gives you a 2-for-1, Jupiter's expansion and the full moon's illumination in the same charge. If you've never made planetary water before, here's what you do. Since this water will be or should be in your toolbox for months or even years to come, it's a great idea to buy glass bottles of spring water so that it's sealed, so nothing gets in or out until you're actually ready to use it. Write your intention directly on the label or make a label yourself. 1 bottle for goal, or more than one if you want to make sure you have an abundance for that goal, like I'm going to be doing. Set these bottles in direct sunlight in the morning after the peak. So for us, it'll be just after 8:15 a.m. Eastern, and keep them out at least until around 10 a.m. Eastern to catch the peak of the full moon too. Then bring them in once the Sun has moved past that morning window. Now, because these jars are sealed, don't drop anything inside. No herbs, no crystals. If you want to layer in extra correspondences, set them around the jars while they charge instead of in the water. Citrine and bay leaves next to jars for money goals. Cinnamon for any goals you want to speed up. And I personally will be leaving coins from the country I want to relocate to next to those jars. So, once you make the water, how do you use it? Sparingly, at least for Jupiter water. A spoonful, a few drops at a time, not the whole jar in one sitting. You're trying to make this stretch across the whole time you're working on that goal, not use it up in a week. I'll share with you some examples of how I'm going to be using Jupiter water. 1 jar will be for content creation growth, and to use that, I'm going to dab a little on my hands or my wrists before I record, especially for videos I think just might be big hits. I'll keep a small jar of it near my work setup while I script and edit. When the time comes, I'll add a few drops to my coffee on days that I'm making growth-oriented decisions, like partnerships or monetization pushes. You know, like I'll treat it like a courage boost before I do businessy stuff. You can also seed other water with your Jupiter water. So a few drops of your charged Jupiter water added to any new bottle later on is going to carry some of that original charge forward. So this isn't a one and done. It's something you can keep drawing from. I'm going to be making jars for 3 goals. 1 for the exact thing you're watching right now, my content creation. 1 for a physical goal that I won't be starting until like September. And 1 for relocation. And then I'm also going to have 1 that I'm not going to give a specific goal for, and I'm going to use that for seeding other oils. What? For seeding other waters. The tarot card for this is the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10, which reduces to a 1 in numerology, an ending that's actually a beginning. And that's the real lesson of a 12-year cycle, right? It's not really about luck falling in your lap. It's about recognizing when the wheel has turned in your favor and choosing to move with it instead of waiting to see what happens. Surround yourself with expansion, moonflowers.